Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and this is another One Piece anime episode review, and this is One Piece anime episode 952. Now sorry for uploading this super late to the channel. Typically, I like to upload my YouTube, sorry for that. Typically I like to upload my One Piece anime reviews the night of when they release, but yesterday night was my birthday. And I was kind of out of it because of my birthday and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't do it. That's why it's coming up now. Anyways. This episode was really freaking good. And man, next week seems to be a doozy because I cannot wait to see. Anyways, let's get into this episode and stuff like that. Now, the episode kind of starts off with Nami, Frankie, and Kanjuro, who's holding Tonoyasu's body. They're eventually, they're in Ebisu Town and they're about to leave Ebisu Town because of things like that. And Kanjuro's like, I'll make sure I protect this body, keep it safe, and then I'll make sure I'll be able to lay this body in Curry, essentially, which is the next area where our alliance is headed to. They're headed to Curry, and they're going to also lay the body there in respect and stuff like that. The one interesting thing I did see in this moment once Frankie pulled up is he has this tiger type of bike thing that is a living animal, but it's a bike at the same time, like a motorcycle. And it's like, what? Okay, I'm just mind blown. That's all I gotta say there. We cut over to actually Robin, Usopp, and Brooke, and what they have to do is they have to get past these guarded sheds are these like gateways, because what we find out is Orochi essentially put up, the wanted posters for the Straw Hats and stuff like that. But the thing is, he wanted to make sure they do not escape anywhere. So he made sure every region has like some kind of, checkpoint depot to make sure you're like, and obviously, are you these criminals? So you're stuck in a certain region. Now, obviously, these three have to get to Curry as well. So what they end up doing is, thanks to Brooke, they end up making the same exact faces they ended off Act 1, the and stuff like that. They get past the guards, and that's when you get a nice little scene of, how they're just overlooking how much Otoko has suffered. And man, Robin literally looks like a mother. Could we get Robin a freaking boyfriend or a husband so they can have a kid? I don't know if she can have a kid, but she would be like a really good mom. She seems like she'd be a caring mom. I think she'd probably get that from her mom's self, because let's be honest, I guarantee if Robin was a mother, she would make sure to take care of the kid, like really much. Like we can see the motherly tendencies in her, because she was really raised without a mother, and I could see her being a mother that loves her children. So I don't care. Robin looks like a good mom. Anyways, we cut over to this port area where Ashura Doji is taking Kinemon and Inuarashi, like I said, to this port. It must be like some kind of hidden port. They eventually find these boats that essentially they can use to have some of the members of some of the other people on the raid, Onigashima, essentially help out any way they can, and eventually help to, take down, Kaido and Orochi. And they can fit up to like 1,000 men on each boat, which is pretty freaking crazy. So, that was good enough. That's another good news thing to see. So obviously, Kinemon said, well, Frankie's gonna have to fix these ships up, but things are looking good. Luffy in Udon prison is training to get better at using Ryou. Chopper's like, well, you shouldn't be doing all this stuff. But then that's when, he tells Chopper, like, listen, he's trying to learn this move, this technique to beat Kaido. So he's like, okay, how about this? You try using Ryou on me, and stuff like that. And when Luffy goes in, and I like the animation they do for Ryou. Like, they light it up to where they make it give, an aura essentially around his fist. Luffy ends up doing Ryou, and essentially what he wants him to do is make sure he learns it over and over and over and over and over again. So it just becomes common nature, so he knows how to do it just based on instinct instead of just, doing it, just thinking about it mid-fight. So that's another good thing. We actually cut over back to Zoro and Hiyori. They actually get into the one snowy region. I forgot what the region that was called, but they get back to the bridge where Maru is there. And essentially that's where you have Zoro and Maru fight again. So, Zoro's is getting the upper hand on Maru, and he's honestly beating him like pretty handily and stuff like that. And to the point, he's got him down pinned, and he's like, give me back the sword. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Stuff like that. But Maru, actually even before, during the mid-fight, Zoro's even asking Maru, are you like an enemy or an ally? Like, are you good? Are you bad? Are you under Orochi's pay tab? Something. But anyways, going back to when he's got Maru pinned down, essentially he says, listen, give me my sword or you die. But Maru says, listen, I cannot do that because that sword Susui, ever since it's been taken from this country, bad things have proceeded to happen, and the gods of the swords have been angered and yada, yada, yada. I think he's referencing the fact that Kaido and Orochi essentially took over, so we don't know if Maru used to follow, Odin or look up to Odin. Seems like he might have. Like I said, he did reference the fact that bad things essentially have happened to this countries in every region, which I said might have been because of the influence of Kaido and stuff like that. So maybe he does know the shady dealings of what's really going on. Anyways, mid-fight, Kawamatsu is walking through the same snowy region. He's looking for Hiyori. I mean, he's wondering if Hiyori's in the same area as I guess he last left her. So he goes there, he sees the fight, and then he kind of intervenes in the fight by just throwing a sword. Zoro kind of blocks it. Now Maru looks at Kawamatsu and sees, and it seems like Maru knows who Kawamatsu is. Hiyori sees Kawamatsu, and she kind of runs up to him and stuff like that, and reunites with Kawamatsu, which is going to lead into next week's episode and stuff like that. Then this is when we get probably one of the best scenes of this episode, and that is Big Mom confronting, well, not Big Mom confronting, but Big Mom being brought between Kaido and his men. Now, Big Mom does ask an interesting question, which is pretty freaking interesting, the fact that Big Mom asked King to join her crew because his race isn't a race she has on her country. So that's very interesting to see. We do know that, she doesn't have giants as a race on her island. Now, we don't know what type of race King is. It might be a brand new race or a race we might already have heard of or seen of. It's just a different design for that type of race. But it is interesting to see, like, okay, what is King's race? That's an interesting thing there. Now King obviously vehemently declines. He's like, hell no to your offer and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, well, that's too bad. Then she asked to be uncuffed and things like that. But Queen's like, you think we're that stupid enough to uncuff you? But in the meantime, Kaido with his club is walking, to her. And eventually, when he gets in front of her, he's like, uncuff her. But then, the other Beast Pirate's like, whoa, why? But then Kaido's like, uncuff her. You heard my orders. So they uncuff Big Mom. Big Mom gets up, and essentially, this is when they go at it. And it's funny because a Beast Pirate member is like, these two were like in the same crew and stuff like that. So, but the only difference is they're not really reuniting like old crewmates should reunite in like buddy fashion. They kind of hate each other. And Kaido, he doesn't do it the way I'm doing it, but he kind of but if I were to interpret what Kaido was doing, it's like he gets his club and he's pointing his club at Big Mom. He's like, I thought I told you. if you come here, you know you would be killed. And that's when Big Mom's like, well, so what? Then I guess I'll just have to kill you first. She calls Napoleon, and Napoleon essentially, because he was too afraid to do anything to help an amnesia Big Mom, he kind of stayed dormant for the time being. But she gets Napoleon, they start fighting, you have the Conqueror's Hockey clash, and then the episode ends off with them about to duel some more. And so next week, we're going to see more of that fight, and then I'm guessing see more of a backstory between Kawamatsu and Hiyori and how I guess they got separated. Other than that, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. Again, sorry for not getting this out to you yesterday. Again, I said it was my birthday, but hey, we're going to move back to things on schedule as things go on, going on to the end of the year. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like this video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode, as well as hit that subscribe button to get more One Piece content. I didn't do a One Piece arc review this past week. I am doing a One Piece arc review with my co-host, the Red Wolf, the first part of Whole Cake Island. It should have been uploaded last week, but we still have to record the video. But since it was Thanksgiving week last week, we kind of put it off to the side. But anyways, that's another thing you can look forward. Anyways, oh my God, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day and staying safe out there. So see you guys on the next video. Peace.